Oh shit. And welcome to Still Striving. This is point five episode. I decided to bring this episode. It's just me, don't worry. I think everybody blew up or something like that. I kind of decided to do this episode because, surprisingly, two episodes got over 50 views. And, first off, I do gotta say thanks to everybody that listens and all the co-hosts and shit like that. I appreciate it a lot. Always wanted to do this. So, what I decided to do, instead of, having an episode next week, is just have like a little sneak peek of, oof, yikes, it's gonna be my voice all of this time. So instead of, having an episode next week, with the terrible one that's gonna be uploaded for, episode 9, I'll do a week off to decide what to do for episode 10 and kind of tell what to do with this. Because, oh boy, when I said my downer and this is kind of a little bit terrible, some might say, I decided to just make this like just one of them. Really, really just one of them, like an important one or one anything like that. Just like a little segment because talking about this can be forever. And it's like a little thank you for whoever watches. So, where do I start with this one? Oh boy. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna write this, but basically, this is gonna be my words down here in this, or what I would say is for free. My words down here in this, and it's you could say my little PTSD or whatever people have when they just constantly just randomly be existing, and then all of a sudden they just boom in their head and just fucks them up. I don't think I'm gonna say names because I have no idea. To be fair. All right, so where do I start with this? This started, let's say. Oh, obviously. Oh wait. Also, another thing. If you're listening, subscribe, like, comment, wherever you have to. Spread it. Because the main reason why I make this in the first place is because if you do ever want to listen to talk to someone or you think you need another voice or advice or some dumb shit from people that can't figure out the world just like us, then that's what I made in the first place. But alright, let me stop procrastinating and do this joint. So, where do I start with this? I'm gonna say, what is it now, like 6 years ago? Around 6 years ago, I think. So 6 years ago, right? I I went on this, really cringe app because I was like, God, man, I'm about to go in high school soon. So what I did with my middle school friends is we agreed that we will talk on this ancient thing, called Kick, right? And there was like a group chat, and one of my friends was like, "Hey, let's go to this one group chat where some shorties are." Whew, this is harder than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. So one of these shorties, let's just say I started talking to them because they were pretty cool. So I was like, dang, 13-year-old me was trying to like pull up on him. I was like, hey, how you doing? Where you from? He's like, yeah, I'm just like really close to you. I'm like, damn, you don't say it. You say it, huh? Say no mas. So I started talking to a lady. And, I was being a dumb teen. So I was like, oh man, she cute. Trying to get my pee pee wet or something. Uh, but, after all, I was like, dang, she like this stuff. If you listen to the podcast or any episode, literally what whatever I talk about or like about it, she also liked. So I was like, dope, love this. And she was always positive and talkative and all this stuff. Let me fast forward a bit because I guess the beginning doesn't matter as much as it will be the later parts that matter more. So later, I would say like, I don't know, 3 months from there. I think it was 3 months. I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna do a jump shot. So I decided to, was like, hey, you do anything? Kind of hang out or anything? Or like, trying to be your boyfriend, the type beat. She's like, oh yeah, Squawk, you cute, whatever. I still don't think I'm cute now, but I guess she thought so. So we started dating, and that I don't really count the first time we did as like a really real thing because I was being like a dumbass kid, and like the main reason why we broke up in that reason was because I was a little bit like those type people. I was like, people like you, and they're commenting, and she's like, hey, you don't have nothing to worry about, crazy for you. Wow, sorry for the background if you hear it. I guess the world's dying as I'm trying to confess. It happens. So, main reason why was I was like, dang, bro, people like you and they always comment on your shit. And I just felt like kind of insecure about that. God, I'm sorry you got to hear this. Um, so, yeah. But, even then, I was like kind of okay with it because for one, was like, damn, kind of my fault. I'll admit that. And it was mainly because even though that did happen, I still didn't want to stop talking to her. Don't get it twisted. Not my first girlfriend. So I knew that, some of them could be mean. But it was more like, she never tried anything wrong against me, you know? So I was like, all right, it's cool. I can still talk to her. It's whatever. So eventually, as I keep talking, I got to know her on a level that I never did as we were dating, and I think that was pretty cool, to be honest. So, you know, I get to know a lot of things about her. Since I'm not saying her name, I could say some examples. Like, I guess we were like very, very similar. Not like on a, on the surface level, but like on a deeper level. So, like, ironically enough, I don't like saying this, but, you know, simple old me would like to like have a family or something, chill, calm down, or whatever. And needless to say, that was like, I don't want to say the ending goal, but it was something that like when it happened, I'd be okay with because interesting fact, I don't have a father, right? So I always to be like, dang, I'm gonna be a way better father than he ever would be because I'd rather try and mess up than to never be in his life at all. And she went kind of through the same thing because her mom chose drugs over her. And then she would try to recover, but she really didn't. And, you know, I think that's what got it there. I was like, dope, I love it here. I get to. What the fuck am I saying? Okay. So, she was like, yeah, my mom chose drugs over me, so I always want to be a better mother than that. Because imagine choosing drugs over your own child. And I was like, relatable. Boy. Man, I'm making this hell extended, right? Yeah, I know. Run up my likes or whatever. So let me just fast forward to 4 years ago. I don't know. It's hard to okay, when I was like 16, 17, or whatever. 16. Actually 15, 16. There you go. So during 15, 16, I would say is a peak of my existence. Not existence, but like peak of feeling with her. So during this time, I like literally used to always call her because during this time I moved. And if you know Nizzy from the podcast, right? This is during the time where I moved and I just really didn't talk to anybody. Like literally, I was like, damn, I hate talking, so I'm just not gonna do it for a while. So what I do is be like, damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna do this, type beat. Just gonna stop talking, and then she would always be the one calling me every time I walk home from school just to make sure that I'm doing all right in my like space. Make sure I'm doing anything dumb because it's that like I miss places. I don't like restarting, so obviously me restarting over it's not fun. And she always give me like advice like, hey, you know, I know it can be rough, but it's gonna be all right. Stuff like that. It goes way deeper into that, but it's kind of complicated to like emulate how it was, you could say. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, during I would say like the worst time I felt like I literally had no one during 10th grade, and oh boy, spoiler warning, they don't like hearing deep shit. Do not listen to this part. I mean, just don't listen to this episode in general if you don't like it. But like during this time, I was, whew, down S word. If you know what the S word is, good for you. Um, it was to a point of like, damn, I don't know how to explain this, but it was kind of like to the point of like, there be nights where I literally just stay up just looking at myself. Not crying or anything, but just looking at myself and just wondering, is this really me? Or is this what I really want? Or what do I gain from this? I'm an overthinker, and obviously, if this is in my brain, then it's not really good. It doesn't help that I felt like I was just going through the same thing over and over and over again, and I just hated it. But, during that time, she was like one of the only people I could talk to. Always there, just supporting me. And I never got it. I don't, like, bro, I don't get it sometimes, like, when it does happen. I'd be brain dead. I'd be like, what? What's going on? What am I doing? Or whatever. And, it just gets me brain dead. Yeah, I know. It's not always that bad, but just talking to her when that did happen, when I felt like I did have no one, it felt unreal, you could say. It felt unreal because I felt like I could always trust her. Not like trust her. Yeah, I'll say it. I felt like I could trust her because who would be like, damn, I know that you're going through all this shit, but I'll still stay because I trust you, believe in you. All this shit that I, for a life of me, thought I never would have because God knows I thought I never had it. This is a down horrendous for sure. Niggas is not gonna like this one. Um, because during this time, yeah, I told people, not like, like your fake friends, because I really didn't have friends during this time in the first place. It was my family. I told them this, and it was like, damn, that's crazy. Good luck, though. Yeah, it was like, wow, well. And I just felt like with this person, right? This person wasn't doing it for like a gain of my unknown fortune or a gain on this unknown potential. It was doing it because it was me. And we knew each other for a while then. And it's just like, yeah, I understand. And I did the same for her because, hey, people go through shit, so why can't I just help out one person? Uh, and, a while later, she dated this asshole, right? And I was like, damn, this man is not treating you right, had all the tendencies of an actual bad boyfriend of like, like, hey babe, I'm gonna do shit. Like, well, look, I really don't care about him, so I don't want to mention him. It's just not good for her. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. No, he's not good for you. And she was like, yeah, I know you're right. I just need to think about it or whatever. So yeah, that happened. And, even though she was like with the guy, she barely talked to him because she just didn't trust him like that. And always used to come to me for things. Like, I would literally be brain dead and like be like, well, I'm playing this dumb game and I should be playing something better, but I'm just playing it because I have an attention span of a squirrel and I can play it while talking to you. And she just listened to whatever I was doing, just smile, laugh, whatever. And, it was good. Great, 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 great. And I don't know. There is times where I felt like this is it. This is it, Chief. Like, shit like that. And for whoever's listening, whether it's a fan, a friend, an enemy, an ally, I don't know what you are listening. It can literally be anybody. There's that for someone. And it just takes a while. But during the time, it just felt like it was with her. I can't tell you why. I mean, I can. It felt like even though I was really alone, I couldn't because she was there. Not for any other reason, but just because she liked me or loved me at the point. Because I could tell her about some random dumb nerd shit I like, and she'll listen and want me to keep tabs on what dumb nerd shit I did. Stuff like that. And I know, it's not really crazy. People do it all the time. But it just felt different to me. Maybe it was because of that. I felt different. So, yeah. Basically, at this point I realized, damn, I'm kind of like big crushing over her. I literally used to be like on the phone or just talking to her and just anything like that. And just enjoy it. I could literally be doing nothing and just enjoy it because I'm talking to her. Like, usually I like to multitask when I'm doing stuff. I don't multitask with the podcast. I actually like it though. But like literally anything else, if like I'm on call or I'm just doing something, I like either A, just have something in the background playing or music playing or, something like that. But with her, right, I literally couldn't. Like, I literally like, man, this is kind of distracting me. I need to listen more or something. All right, okay. Let me fast forward. So let's go to almost. Actually, ironically, it's gonna be 2 years ago. Ironic, I know. So almost 2 years ago was a day I was like, I'm tired. She's single. She amazing. Whatever. I need to ask her out. So it was near Valentine's Day. That's why I'm saying it's almost 2 years ago. So near Valentine's Day, I was like, fuck it. She made like some joke about, not being there because of some issues. And I was like, that's okay. You can make it up to me by being my girlfriend. She's like, oh, finally, you finally said it. It's been forever. I was like, oh, let's go. And goddamn, can I tell you, I always feel odd about being a boyfriend, right? I always feel like I'm not sure of if I am a good one, if I make the good mistake, like good choices, talk good, communication, all of that. I'm not sure of because kind of an unpredictable standpoint for me. But I do it because it helps. I mean, what the fuck am I talking about? Oh my god. Okay. I knew. I never knew I was a good boyfriend because literally past ones that you'll know whenever we hit 50 subscribers, um, it made me feel unsure, right? Like the one I put out on the podcast about the little, the one that did the senior. Yeah. Before then, it was like 2 weeks. So, first girlfriend 2 weeks. I didn't really know what to do. I don't know what boyfriend girlfriend did. I felt like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And I felt that for most girlfriends, and even her when we first dated. Always, like, I was like, what the fuck? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? But this time, it just clicked like magic. I cannot lie about this. It clicked to the point where it just felt so natural. It felt natural. I was like, fuck, I ain't supposed to feel this natural. And when people, make those little memes about them, like, oh my god, my girlfriend great, or stuff like that. It was, stuff like that. I always felt that with her. It wasn't because it's what the media told me to do or whatever. It's just how I always felt. Just with that being of thought around me. That's how I felt. Yeah, And I was like, yeah, I definitely do that. Like, I'm pretty sure if you ask Nizzy, like in the podcast, yeah, I talked about it like a madman. And like, even to the point of like, be like, damn, you randomly call her when I was in class because like one, didn't do shit in class because I was like, man, this is kind of easy. I can literally just call her while I'm in class and just just talk to her, and it felt great. Really, 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 really great. Man, this is a long. This is kind of long, but not too long. Uh, yeah, it just felt like that. It felt so great and natural at the same time that just every day we talked, it just felt so like water, like a stream of water. It just felt so great and flow and stuff like that. And I don't know what to do about that. All right, like this one day, right? This one day I literally can't forget, even though it was so simple and so. It's like it could have been like literally another day that happened, but it wasn't because it just felt like my definition of a perfect day. Even if it wasn't perfect conditions, it felt like it. Like there's one day when I was a senior that I was sick, and I think it was something with me having to do with asthma, because like literally like couldn't breathe, so I had to like have like a little inhaler and like this little warm lemon tea, like 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 a lemon drop in my tea that would help me like breathe better or something, like some lemon tea medicine. So I drank that most of the day, watching a stream, watching like a, Twitch stream because I had nothing else to do. I was sick. I was gonna lay down, and literally for no reason, out of nowhere, she just knew that I was sick or something. I forgot if I texted her it or I just she just read my mind or something. But she literally called me because she knew I was sick. It was like, "Hey, you doing okay? I hope you feel better and stuff like this." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing alright. You gotta worry that much." And she's just saying how was I doing? What was I drinking and stuff like that? And how how was what was I doing while I was being sick? And I was just telling her I was watching like a stream, and she was just wanted to know everything about the stream, not because she just felt obligated to. It just felt like it was just a part of her. Like she just felt so happy about it, and there'd be multiple times where she did that. And I'm saying before I go to that part of the multiple times, that was a good day to me. Not because I was sick, not because I was watching a stream, not because I was drinking warm team, not just because it was just her doing it. it just felt like all together at once for a day that felt so calm, relaxing. That was good to me. It's really rare to have calm, relaxing days like that, to be fair. So I don't really try it that much. Because, I don't know. So, what do I say next? Great question. So, there's multiple days like that. Where she literally just called me and just told me more about just anything that's going on and stuff like that. like, what else? Like, her sister, right? Little sister, like little small sister, like little seven. Her little 7-year-old sister used to like randomly call me, and I just like pick it up. Oh shit, my bad. Like pick it up. I'm like, oh, it's just her. And she's like, oh well, she just talk to me for like a good 10 minutes. Just knowing about me, be like, hey, why you talking to my boyfriend like that? And he's a joke, like, yeah, I think my sister likes you too. And it's adorable because, the sister be like, dang, that's a little, he's a little nice one. It's like, oh, that's nice. Just thinking about this really hurts. Can't lie. It needs to be done. Um, what else? Um, crap. I got that kind of threw me out my loop of thinking. To be fair, boy, I'm sorry you have to hear this podcast. I think maybe this episode. I mean, technically, you don't even have to hear this episode. You just skip to 9. You could skip to 9. Like, to be fair, this is just gonna explain why it's not gonna be next episode next week, or you just want to hear one of them. Okay, all right. What's next? Okay, so I guess I can just get to the bad part, huh? The down horrendous of the part of the podcast, huh? So this is told like a tragic tale of a story, we could say. So after graduation day is when it starts. Before this, I told her, I was graduating, and there's some problems about my graduation that I really don't want to get into. But she always believed that I could because, I'm built different. And then when I got like this little certificate about it, she got like kind of mad that it had like black graduation. It's like, why gotta add the black part? Like, why can't you say you just graduate? And I was like, well, I don't know. You don't need to be too bad about it, though. It's alright. It's okay. It's like, okay. So, graduation, I told her, I'm gonna turn my phone off for my graduation, but I'll take some pictures and call you back. I mean, not call you back, but like tell you how it went because I know you can't be there right now. And she's like, it's okay. And then, boy, I don't know if I should. I mean, I don't think we're ever gonna have a graduation part of the podcast, but man, that graduation lasted a long time. People, COVID, I mean, the COVID situation, people can't relate to it, but it was pretty nice. It felt like the only time I did, like, it was the only time I felt okay being upstage because I feel like I earned it in a way. Like, all this shit happened in that year, and at the end of the day, look at me on stage taking my certificate or whatever. And that shit. It was nice. Nizzy, look, the nigga was late. It's alright. um, yeah. So, basically, I I don't know what to say about this part. So basically, after graduation over, it was a nice little closing concession. I don't know if I should go into detail about the graduation, but it was nice. Although Nizzy like, hey, my nigga, we made it. Fucking nigga named high school. And my family was like, oh look at you, you did it, squawk. And I was like, man, it was kind of easy. And all this other shit that I shouldn't go into. It's not a podcast. Like, um, But when I turned back on my phone, she wrote me like this nice big thing about how she was proud of me and I knew her for so long. And, and saying how long we knew each other just felt like we were old already. Because, like, that's a good chunk of life. I'll tell you that. At least like right now, obviously 80 is like, damn, that's a little chunk. But, like, around this age, I like a good chunk. And she was just saying that, like, things isn't the best, but she was always proud of me. She always knew I could do it and stuff like this, and that she was happy. Happy that no matter what we've been through and all of this shit, that we're still there and still together. And it made me really happy. Not like, like a let's go happy, but like, you know, it was more like, that's what I look forward to happy. And this is where it gets bad, right? Like, the type that I don't feel anymore, really, to be fair. I don't know if I can. I mean, I know I can. It's just not right now, to be fair. What did I say next? I don't know. Okay. So, we got the I'm so proud of you. I don't know what to do next part out. So, she decided we could see each other the day after I graduate for like a little celebratory thing, just to be happy with each other. Yeah, yeah. So, what do I say about this? I don't know. All right. So basically, right? We see. I want to see her, right? And gotta say, just gorgeous. Wow. Just gotta say, she was pulled up bad as hell. What can I say? And we had like a whole little date, just kind of to ourselves. Like corny as it is, it was the mall, and then she just mentioned to me because I like movies and stuff like that. And then she mentioned like, "Oh yeah, I finally seen Infinity War. This is when Infinity War is big, by the way." And then she was like, "Yeah, I finally seen Infinity War. I cried like a baby when Spider-Man died." And I was like, "Oh, that's my girl. Look at you, crying when Spider-Man died. That's my girl because I like Spider-Man type beat or whatever." And all this stuff. And worst part, basically after the date, and I went home and stuff like that. And okay, basically, what I did, I'm not the type to like instantly text you when the day's done, so I played like an hour, like 3 hours or something. So I wasted like 3 hours or something, and I was like, oh, blocked. Now I wasn't overreacting to the block at first because I mainly thought that it was because her father figured out. Now the thing about her father was not a big of like my melatonin skin, and she thought it'd be bad to like block me because of that. But she was like, he'll get around to you eventually if he does like properly meet you. And one time I was supposed to properly meet him, let's just say it didn't work. I mean, I didn't do it because like I had a whole different family ordeal I had to go through, so I couldn't go see it. So yeah, so I thought, yeah, this is her father. Maybe this probably her father figured out and he blocked me for it and stuff like that. But like a few days went by and I felt different about it. Like there's something like a spider senses. like spider senses. I was like, nah, this doesn't feel right. Like, you try to talk to her and like some other thing, like number or something, and this didn't work. And I think I kind of always make the meme of like she ghosted me and was lesbian, but I was the reason she turned lesbian. I'm pretty sure, and like 99% sure, but there's always 1%. So that happened, and when I tell you, my heart sank faster than anything else. It did. To me, it didn't feel real. It felt so different. So, so how did this happen? My mind was going so fast. I didn't know what to think or how to think or what was I gonna do. And this is the first time I felt this way. Big spoilers. This is the first time I always felt. This is the first time I ever felt that way, and I never felt this since. Big spoilers for whoever cares about that part of Down Horrendous. I never felt that way again. No one could fuck me over or make me think that much or make me want just whatever. Nothing. Because no one knew me as much as she did. No one was there at my lowest like she was. And then I just thought to myself, still think to myself sometimes, how could a person know so much about me, accept it, and then just go without a second thought in the world? Like, you gotta think, there's been worse. There was worse. And she accepted me for it. And yet, this is the reason. That's the reason. But I couldn't do nothing about it. And I didn't know why for a long time. I didn't know why it happened. I felt so useless about that part too. I felt like I didn't know. I didn't know why it happened or what I could do. I always tried to do my best and I just didn't know what to do. Interesting thing. Usually when I get like anxiety or something like that, my body feels fucking frozen. And oh boy, I feel like an icicle during the summer. A good portion of it. And like when I don't want to give up on something, I don't sleep. And I couldn't sleep for so long. I was thinking, what can I do? What can my little old 17-year-old self do? I had no idea. And I still didn't. I don't know why, but it just felt so deteriorating. I'll say that. So, what happened, you might say? Well, to put it in her words, she is still attracted to me. It just felt kind of off at that point, and she didn't know if she could deal with it. So, you know, and this is the hardest down to run this because I can admit that it still haunts me to this day. I can't tell you why, really. I don't know that myself, but it does. Even recently, it just kind of fucks me up. I always think that I'm gonna be a okay and I can get over it until boom, just another thought, or boom, a dream that I felt too real that I know can't be true. It fucked me up. It still did technically. So, yeah, this is kind of the story of a certain person. But, all I gotta do, oh, oof, can't speak right now. All I gotta say is really, thanks just everybody out here listening, everybody that, supports and stuff like that. I appreciate you. Um, just everybody. You know, I call this still striving because no matter what, we're still gonna strive. And it's okay if there's a feeling if you feel like you want days, but it will. I decided to get the elephant in the room out before because if I did tell a story in the 56 hour special, right, I'd probably break down or something because it just fucked me. It still fucks me up so much. I can't lie. Like it's kind of hard to like hold it back right now, but like I kind of have to. I gotta be a little bit professional. You know, and I think this is the biggest story. Not biggest like biggest. Oh my god! Wow, clickbait story, but like the most genuine story. I know. The rest are wild though. Don't get it wrong, but this would stick out like a thorn, like a needle in a haystack. It'd stick out. That's why I wanted to make it like its own little .5 episode, so we can not talk about it, and people just go to this if they ever want to know why I'm like the way I am. The rest don't really affect me. I'm gonna keep a stack. They affected me for a time, 2 weeks, a month at most after. And after that, I just don't really care about it like that. But this stuck with me forever. And also another reason why I decided to tell the story is because it's been almost 2 years, and I thought I'd be over it by now, but I don't know how to feel. So yeah, if you are a masochist and enjoyed this episode for some reason, like, subscribe, and yeah. I hope you like episode 9 though. It was something. It was a chaotic mess. Let's just say that, and we still, no matter what, we'll still strive. I'm out. Peace.